It's about innovation. And this seems to be where human desires are leaning close to. We like comfort, but there is something in us, something we strive for, something greater, something that you cannot really pinpoint. It's something you can always try to reach, but you never really reach it. And it shows yourself in the way that sometimes you find something new, or you learn something new, or you have this new gadget. It shows itself in the form of innovation, something like you would not be able to think of, and all of a sudden it's there, and you're like, whoa, why did I not know this earlier? Why did I only use it now? It's basically knowledge of how to fulfill or go about your life. Knowing what something is, how we can use it to improve our own and other lives, that's all part of innovation. It's a driving force that you cannot really see, but it's always there, and it can lay in the most little things. Like, take this pen for example. We never would have thought that this was the best way to produce a pen until we had to face the problems in space. They were thinking about how are we gonna write in space. Like a ballpoint would not work. The ball, which has the ink around it, would not stick or would not be able to be pushed down. It would float upwards. So then they had to think about, okay, how are we gonna fix this problem? And eventually it became one of the best-selling products in the normal world. Like, it was something invented for space, and then it took over the normal world. So you never know where innovation it lies and where it can take you, but it's always fun to be part of it. Like ChatGPT, it's so fun to play with. It has helped me also a lot, but it's just also fun to see what it can do for you, what it can improve your life on, and what you can get out of it. It's not so much about materialistic objects. Obviously, it's way easier to talk about this pen and how this is innovative, but it can also be in a behavior or a concept. I want to use an analogy here, but I guess it would not make sense to a lot of people, but think of it like this. Growing up, I've always stood upright in the shower. I always took my shower or standing up. I did not think much about it. I thought it was the only way people take showers, and this was such a routine that I would never stand or think twice about how I should take a shower. Until one day that I was really too lazy, and I was like, why don't I just sit in the shower? Why don't I just shower myself sitting? It's the perks of being in a bath without having to fill it, without having to waste that much water, and it feels pretty amazing. It's like, yeah, like a wellness thing a bit for me. So one day I started sitting, and from that moment on, I have never stood upright anymore. I've always sat in my life in the shower, and it's a comfort I did not know I was missing until I experienced it. And that's what I mean by going out of the comfort zone, or trying to self-develop. You only practice self-development. You don't know what you're gonna find or you're gonna experience until you actually experience it, and what value it holds to you. I don't know what lays behind my comfort zone if I never go out, so I don't know where I will get with this podcast or shortcast, whatever I'm calling it. But it's just something I'm doing, and who knows where it takes me. Like, I've had some very good conversations already, so I'm very grateful about that. But yeah, it's just, yeah, that was the analogy I wanted to use. So I'll probably wrap it up here. And the only thing I want to say is that innovation can be a driver force, or something that pulls you out of your comfort zone. It can be something that shows you, hey, here's some interesting way that you have never thought about it or want to go to. But it can also be a danger in their own way, as this might cause you to have shudders again and be only fixated on this innovation thing, or this one thing that's gonna revolutionize the whole world. And I think, like everything in life, it's a balance that you have to find. How much do I want to stay in my comfort zone? How much do I want to go out and experience new things? And what makes me the most happy in that format? Is it 10% out of my comfort zone and 90% in the comfort zone? Or is it 70% outside the comfort zone and 30% in the comfort zone? You don't know until you try. So they do have to happen. Like, innovation has to happen. It's intrinsically ingrained within our, I would say, DNA, even, that we as a species, as beings, want to evolve into something better every time. We want our children to have a better future than we have, even though we already have a very great. It generally brings forth a new inspiration or a novel understanding of how our world works, or how our surroundings can be operated or navigated. It gives an idea of what we can get out of life and what we can give to others. It holds more valuable, or it holds more value than just ourselves. It holds value for everybody involved, because if you find something innovative and you talk about it, maybe other people will also use it. Maybe more people will be sitting in the shower, or at least trying to sit. I don't know if I say shit, but I mean sitting in the showers, obviously. Maybe more people will try it now. Who knows? You don't know until you try. So not exploring these possibilities and these innovations that happen all around us is actually similar to an addiction. It's an impairment to ourselves, and in the end, an impairment to all around us. And that's how I see these three linked. Addiction is very in the comfort zone. Innovation lays very much outside of the comfort zone. And how you're experiencing this and how you're searching for these is the self-development, is how you're looking for something more outside of your own realm, and how much you can search outside and how much you should search inside. These are all balances we have to find. So I just want to end with the idea that for me, and I probably will elaborate this more in another shortcast or podcast, but the idea of something binary, or something is totally true or something is totally false, is not something I believe in. Everything in life is a balance, or a probability of its sense. And yeah, I don't know, it's just something I've been thinking about a lot. It's a duality of life for me, and maybe one day I'll write a book about it. But that's for another time. All right, I think that was it for me.